the police force has a Muslim network, a women's network, a black police network, an LGBT network. Like, why? Surely you're just a police officer. Sometimes, the gif of Oprah where she goes, you got a car, I feel like just going, and you can fuck off, and you can fuck off. Just feels like that's where we should be. I went to a meeting at the NMC, the Nursing and Midwifery Council, where they did this tactic, which they must have discussed, where one person was sat opposite me, but it was 2 tables away. One person was all the way down there, like 3 tables away, and one person was over there. And 2 of them had pride lanyards, and one also had the biggest, fattest lanyard, trans rights lanyard I'd ever seen. And I just said to her, why are you wearing that? I think we're supposed to kind of just feel intimidated and shut up. And I think that, like this lady, if you just do that awkward thing, which they rely on your silence. It's kind of like a predator. They rely on your social convention of politeness in order to get through and just piss you off. So I just said to her, why are you wearing it? And I said, is that especially for me? Do you wear it every day? And she said, yeah. And I was like, why? She said, I want everyone to feel included. And I said, but that doesn't include everyone, does it? Because there were some people that don't want men in their spaces. And then the lady sat opposite was called Tracy, and I said, look, Tracy's not wearing a pride lanyard, but I don't think she's a raging homophobe. I think she's just come to work to do a job, which is where I want to get back to. Like the staff networks, and I've heard a defence for them, where people try and defend the women's network at work, right? And that's where some of these staff networks came from. But I think actually you brought a monster. You just introduce this idea that someone has more power than others at work, and the women's one was to address the power balance that men held at work. But I don't think that exists so much anymore, and it doesn't exist in a way that a women's network will actually overcome. So I implore all of you to start talking about staff networks and start undermining the staff networks. And I know the scene one exists, but that doesn't really have any influence yet. But the police force has a Muslim network, a women's network, a black police network, an LGBT network. Like, why? Surely you're just a police officer. You go to work to do a job, and if you have good work policies, you get to do that without anyone being prejudiced against you. And if they're prejudiced against you, they're not doing their job. But this idea that you can tick some boxes and you can say, well, we're going to bring in this policy, and it's totally fine. Like, for example, if you're a little girl at school and you're age 8 or over, you are supposed to have a girls-only toilet, not a unisex or a gender-neutral toilet. So all boys and girls are entitled to a female-only space or a male-only space, and if your school is making you share a unisex space to go to the toilet, they are breaking the law. So go and tell your mums and dads when you get home that girls are supposed to have girls-only changing rooms and toilets. All little girls are allowed privacy. I might stay up for the next school trip. Because I think these little children, they've got activist teachers often, and what's happening is they can't actually speak that they don't think boys can change into girls, and they don't think that girls can change into boys, and non-binary is a load of nonsense. And we are lying to children in schools because teachers are either too cowardly or raging activists. That's worth hanging on, isn't it? Just spaces for girls, just spaces for boys, and if your teachers are telling you that gender identity exists, they are lying. Let's bring that back. Let's bring back a nice introduction to the truth for all the little girls. Private spaces, girls. No boys in your spaces. None. You're allowed to run a race without a boy heading way past you. Girls only sports as well. teachers tell you to be kind to a man in a dress, don't listen. Because he's a predator. Okay. Where are all the school trips? That's where we should have the next event, where there's like schools in and out all day. Oh, good. Have a look up Let Women Speak, girls, and you can find out all your rights. And if your school is not letting you have a girls-only toilet, they're breaking the law.
Would a teacher like to say anything?
You're the future, so you have to stand up for yourselves if your teachers are telling you lies. You're the future. Don't listen to the nonsense. There's no such things as boys that can be girls and girls can't be boys. I love them, don't you? The future is female. And a little bit male. Outside a museum, we should do Natural History Museum. Tate Modern, let's do it. Should we do it? I could even go today, but I do have to go home. Because I haven't been home much. So, shall we do the who would come to the Tate Modern? Yeah, shall we do that? We'll go and stand somewhere near there. And South Bank, they're totally captured. Oh, that would be great. And we'll design special leaflets. We'll have to find out the legality and whether or not that's a bit dodgy, handing out leaflets to children, but as long as there's some more. Good afternoon, school children. I want you all to know you are supposed to have a female-only toilet, just for girls, not sharing with boys. If boys are allowed in unisex toilets, your school is breaking the law. I can do, you're in a public space. And that's an activist teacher. Boys, you are not allowed into girls' spaces, no unisex toilets. Your school has a legal duty to give you a girls-only toilet. I don't know what the optics are, but that teacher just shouted at me to not speak to her children. I think they're all our children. Children are a future, teach them well. Anyway, okay. All right, I think we are done. But I do think that maybe children are being told this a lot at school, and I think it's our duty to dispel that myth. How we go about doing it, I don't know, but I think not swearing and telling children what their legal rights are, I'm pretty sure that's all right. Because what we know is those teachers, especially that very angry teacher, what they probably do is have lobby groups in schools talking to those children without the parents knowing what they're talking about. So I think running into a rather attractive woman with a microphone, telling them what their rights are, I think that's perfectly fine. If that was my child, I would have no problem with that. Okay. Look. We came here to say, no woman has a penis, no man has a vagina, there's no such thing as non-binary, and transitioning children is profound abuse. And if you, because I love this idea of the Tate Modern, everyone, if we can all meet, and we can do this again, and bring your friends, so we look huge, please, then I promise we will win. If we can find ways of unwashing the brains of these brainwashed children who are told that they have no right to single-sex spaces, if we can find mechanisms to do that, I really do think that many of these children have had enough. Look at the way those little girls behave today. If we can do that, I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Well, because I never lose.